Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 10, powered by Reva University.
And welcome back. Hordes and hordes of cash stashed gold coins of super large quantities. The seizures from premises linked to Satyendar Jain's aides are massive. The Satyendar files are getting bigger by the day. Kejriwal is going all out to defend Satyendar Jain. What will he do if the courts also feel that there is a strong case prima facie against Kejriwal's minister? What will happen then to the corruption card, the anti-corruption card, which is at the very basis of Arvind Kejriwal's politics? At least that's how he started. Ladies and gentlemen, it's getting complicated. Let's debate.
56 stacks of hard cash valued at 2.8 crore rupees. At least 45 stacks of 500 rupee notes. 11 stacks of 2000 rupee notes have been recovered. 133 gold coins weighing a whopping 1.8 kilograms have been recovered. A sensational haul by the Enforcement Directorate while raiding the premises of the Kejriwal minister's aides on Monday. The ED claims incriminating documents and digital records have also been found with all this unexplained cash during the raids. And the BJP is asking questions.
Mr. Kejriwal plays the victimhood card and indulges in ABCD. A for advertising, B for bhrashtachar, C for cover-up of corruption, and D for deviation from the real issues. Did Mr. Kejriwal see these documents that were put out, the questions that were raised by Smriti Irani ji before giving a clean chit to Mr. Satyendar Jain? Or has he, after seeing these documents, after seeing the court indictment, given this clean chit?
Arvind Kejriwal has once again thrown his weight behind his arrested health minister Satyendar Jain with a tweet saying, "You have the power of all the agencies, but God is with us."
5 दिनों तक सत्येंद्र जैन से पूछताछ हुई, कुछ नहीं मिला सत्येंद्र जैन के पास, कोई भ्रष्टाचार नहीं खोज पाई। मोदी जी की एजेंसी ईडी, ये पहला मौका नहीं है। सीबीआई का, ईडी का, आईटी का छापा सत्येंद्र जैन के घर पे बहुत बार पड़ चुका है, पहले भी पड़ चुका है, लेकिन कभी कुछ हासिल नहीं हुआ, कभी कुछ नहीं मिला।
The Aam Aadmi Party has gone on to claim that none of these recoveries or seizures were from the house of Satyendar Jain.
ये है ईडी की रेड का सीजर मेमो, जिसको हिंदी में पंचनामा कहते हैं। ये क्लीन चिट है ईडी डिपार्टमेंट की उस सर्च के बाद, उस रेड के बाद।
The Aam Aadmi Party will not tell you this, that Vaibhav Jain and Ankush Jain are accomplices of Satyendar Jain. Republic TV has now accessed crucial documents which goes on to indicate that Ankush and Vaibhav Jain have both admitted before the Income Tax Department that the accommodation entries in the garb of share capital premium in fact belonged to Satyendar Kumar Jain, and that it was at his direction that the entire transaction was orchestrated.
Time could be running out for Arvind Kejriwal to prove Aam Aadmi Party's anti-corruption line is not just rhetoric.
मैं कुछ भी बर्दाश्त कर सकता हूँ, बेईमानी बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकता, पैसे की चोरी बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकता, जनता के पैसे की चोरी बर्दाश्त नहीं कर सकता। तो अगर मेरे को पता चला कि कहीं किसी ने कुछ गड़बड़ की, तो फिर एक भी मौका नहीं देंगे, वहां मौके की कोई गुंजाइश नहीं है।
Because if he does not sack Satyendar Jain, the question will be asked, what's holding them back? Let's debate.
So we got two sides here tonight, two sides, viewers. One is that of the BJP and pro-BJP. And their point is simply that there's too much evidence that's begun to pile up. Just too much. And every single day more evidence comes out. And there's the other side tonight, which says that, no, at the end of the day, this is political. And I want to just have a factual debate. Last time I had a factual debate, Atishi got upset from the Aam Aadmi Party. But the fact is, we will continue to ask the straightforward questions. So let's not make it political tonight, my dear panelists. Let's keep it factual, okay? And I want to start with Akil Khan, debating with Sardar RP Singh of the BJP. Akil Khan supports the Aam Aadmi Party. He's a political analyst. Welcome, Professor Giri, Lokesh Jindal, Syed Abbas, Ramneek Maan, Sujata Pandey, and Manish Pariyar of the JDU. Now, Akil, the fact is these when you see the pictures, they seem astonishing. And then you think that here is a party which began its journey 10 years back, capitalizing on all the hard work done by us in the media, exposing scams, saying that, see, the media is correct and we will remove corruption. And now 10 years later, the evidence is on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. There is cash and cash and cash. And then there are these gold bars and gold coins. And then there is this 400 bighas of land, massive land transactions made by a person who is the urban development minister of Delhi. So, Akil, I think it is time for Arvind Kejriwal to realize if he supports Satyendar Jain anymore, and if the court, not the ED, if the court says tomorrow, no, there is a prima facie case, then people will ask for Kejriwal's resignation. Next.
Arnab,
He can't be blind. He can't be like Sonia Gandhi was with Kalmadi.
2018.
You understand that the comparison being drawn there is like that.
Listen,
Yeah.
You have told me, let me tell you the reality of this BJP government. First of all, 2018, CBI raided Satyendar Jain's house, thoroughly raided, CBI. They didn't find anything. And they, for 5 years, they are just beating about the bush. They are not doing anything. Now, when Himachal Pradesh election started, all the process started, and
let's talk about facts.
in charge of Himachal Pradesh.
Let's talk about facts.
Party.
Don't think stories. Don't think stories. In that bush, how many gold coins were found?
No, let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. I know this is going to be a hot debate, but let him finish. Sardar RP Singh is disagree. Let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish. Akil, calm down. Yeah, continue.
And I challenge he come out clean. He will come out clean. You will not be able to prove any of the charges, and nothing has been recovered from his house. All the other jewelers, the jewelers, gold jewelers will have gold coin or what you say, silver coin or what other coin? You think the iron coin will be available with the jewelers? Why you are implicating Satyendar Jain for this nonsense thing? This is a shameful government of India. Modi ji is just doing like is an irresponsible prime minister.
Okay, now.
The prime minister is not responsible.
Okay, I understood, and I understood, Akil. I understood, Akil. Akil. Yeah, okay, Akil. RP, I want you to address this fact right on top. The AAP is saying they have documents to prove that no recoveries were made from Satyendar Jain's home. They say that from his home, some 2.79 lakhs was recovered, but not seized. And they are portraying this to be a clean chit. You are saying that the agency has got all this gold and all this cash from people who are directly business associates and connected to Satyendar Jain. Now, my question to you will be, how can you prove that this money is Satyendar Jain's money? It could be owned by Satyendar Jain's business associates.
The same associates who came in as directors when Mr. Satyendar Jain resigned, and his wife still continues with that company. One. Secondly, these directors are the same directors from whose company the money was sent to Kolkata, and from there it was routed back to the companies of Mr. Satyendar Jain's family. And it is into 16 crore rupees. So a person who is in public, who holds a public office, if he is routing the cash of 16 crore rupees from Delhi to Kolkata and from Kolkata to Delhi back, he need to answer. And Mr. Vaibhav Jain and Ankush Jain will answer these questions. They are already answering those questions. And be prepared. I'm telling you today, Mr. Kejriwal will have a lot to answer in this case.
What if...
Because that 16 crore rupees, give me a second, that 16 crore rupees cash might not be of only Satyendar Jain. That 200 bigger land which was being bought on that rural
thing. Why this is... Okay, why this can... You see, it is being said that in a disclosure before the Income Tax Department, these two individuals, Vaibhav Jain and Ankush Jain, have allegedly stated that the cash routed in the Hawala transactions belong to Satyendar Jain. So that's where it begins to get complicated for both Satyendar Jain and his principal supporter Arvind Kejriwal. You see, Syed.
Okay, allow me to comment.
Syed, there is...
Take a second. Another second. And
okay, go ahead,
income tax which bounced on those companies first. The ED and CBI came later on. While income tax was searching for companies which was almost 200 companies for one room, out of which 16 companies were such companies which routed money to Satyendar Jain's family companies also. So it was income tax which started the complete inquiry. Other agencies came later on.
I will answer you, Paji.
Right. Say the boss. Yes, Syed.
Paji, I heard you. Allow me just 1 minute time, Arnab. I'd like to put things in perspective here. Who is in question here? Satyendar Jain. What was found in the raid which took place 7 a.m. in the morning all the way to 2 in the midnight? What did we see in the Caesar memo? Documents, 2 locker keys, electronic device, and we saw rupees 2,79,200 which was accounted for. Abhi Paji, kal aakar aap kahenge, or any of the other side which is defending the BJP, alleged aid having money. Well, that is, to be called for. The fact of the matter today, Arnab, the CBI, ED, IT are used like caged parrots. I'm not saying this. Observation of the Supreme Court. The party in power today, Ramnik Paji, I'll hear you, Ramnik Paji. 30 seconds, allow me to finish. The fact of the matter is today, I challenge the BJP side, Arnab, on your show. Tell me, what is the conviction rate of the CBI, ED, IT put together cumulative over the last 8 years?
No, I think you want to generalize, I want to specify. You want to generalize and I want to specify. And in my constant endeavor to specify the debate, let's go into specifics. You see, there are 2 ways we can do the debate, okay? One way is the way other channels do debates. Oh, you are bad, you're a cage parrot, you're terrible, we're all bad, blah, 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 over. I don't want to debate like that. I want to debate on the facts. Now, there are 133 gold coins. And there is all this money from Vaibhav Jain. My question will be, is Vaibhav Jain Satyendar Jain's business associate? Yes or no? DK, there is a question of propriety.
Yes,
AAP has made its political capital by saying that Caesar's wife must be seen to be above suspicion. My question is Vaibhav Jain Satyendar Jain's business associate? B, what is the kind of business they run? C, has Vaibhav Jain got an acknowledgement for the money? D, has Vaibhav Jain said that this is the money which belongs to Satyendar Jain? You get my point. And what is the kind of business that they run? Is that not relevant? Yeah. If there is no business association, fine. But if there is an established business association, if someone finds money in your house and say that money belongs to Ramnik Man, then it's a rubbish allegation. But if you have a written contract business agreement with Ramnik Man, then the situation changes. You agree? Yes, DK.
Yes, we get the facts from the media and channels like yours. So the facts will be investigated. But the point is, I do not know Satyendar Jain, but I know Arvind Kejriwal. Arvind Kejriwal, as you said, came on a platform of anti-corruption. And he is saying openly that it is a fake case, there is no substance in it. And he is also saying that next target will be Manish Sisodia. On the what basis is he saying? I know Kejriwal, I've spent time with him, and he would be very strong on corruption. So I trust him. And if he is saying that it is a lost case or it is fabricated, then the facts will come out, it will be investigated. So investigated, he sacked his health minister in Punjab months after he was sworn in. So why should he stand by somebody so corrupt? So we'll find out. And his track record says that Arvind Kejriwal, he may be populist, he may be a weed bag, but he is certainly not corrupt. I trust him on that. Well,
Ramni,
you are interrupting me.
Okay,
but I
DK sir, allow me now. Thank you, DK sir. You had your time. Thank you, sir. Now, DK sir, let me start by saying this, that your trust is misplaced. You are trusting the wrong man. And I tell you, Arvind Kejriwal came into power riding on India against corruption. And once in power, Kejriwal is with the corrupt. Let's be very clear on that. Once in power, Kejriwal is with the corrupt. Now, there are direct associations of Satyendar Jain with the people who have been caught with this money. And I must tell you categorically, sir, please let me now. I didn't intervene, you, sir. Thank you. Now, let me tell you, Arnab, this is only a tip of the iceberg. I don't trust these 16 crores or 2 crores recovery. The money would run into several hundred crores, if not thousands. And why Kejriwal is protecting Satyendar Jain is because he knows where the money is hidden. It is not just Vaibhav Jain and Ankush Jain. It is many, many more people who are holding stashes and stashes of money and gold which belongs to the ill-gotten money earned by the Aam Aadmi Party and their ministers, and they have to protect their own, just like the Congress Party was protecting the Chidambaram, because Chidambaram holds the key to the money, ill-gotten money that the Congress Party earned over the years. Similarly, Satyendar Jain is being protected by the Aam Aadmi Party, and they're throwing their weight behind him.
12 lakh crore rupees. Where it is gone? You have sent 27%. Where is 12,000?
What about the chart sheet Arvind Kejriwal used to display against Sheila Dikshit? What about that chart sheet? Can I trust that Kejriwal is a liar? Can I trust that Kejriwal is a liar? Where is that chart sheet against Sheila Dikshit? He used to shout at the top of his volume that Sheila Dikshit is corrupt. I have evidence. I have a chart sheet against Sheila Dikshit. Where is that 600 page?
Taken away from India by
1 second. Just a couple of moments. Sujata wants to come in, but Manish Bariyar also wants to come in. And a couple of tweets that I must read. Because getting lots of responses to this. People are asking me what was Arvind Kejriwal's role in the battle against corruption. There's some question being put to me, to which I want to say something. Arvind Kejriwal came into politics after we in the media exposed corruption. Arvind Kejriwal had no role.
Correct.
No role. And to be honest, neither did Anna Hazare or Yogendra Yadav or Prashant Bhushan. They capitalized on the scams we exposed. And while capitalizing, they said, we will never join politics. Then they happened to join politics, they happened to take advantage, and they tried to take a benefit out of the groundswell, and that's all right. They took political capital out of the mood in the country at that time. But let us not say that Arvind Kejriwal is an anti-corruption crusader. No. It would be wrong to say that Arvind Kejriwal or AAP is an anti-corruption crusader. Please, let's not make the mistake. Now, we want to. I want to bring in Mr.
Whole world recognize Arvind Kejriwal is the person who is dead against the corruption.
Okay, so Akhil, I'd say this. Akhil, I would say this. I don't want to comment on individuals. I want to go back to the case. And I have begun this always by saying that at some point, Mr. Kejriwal will also have to look at the evidence at hand clinically and not emotionally. And the question being, Manish, the gold coins are recovered from Vaibhav Jain. Kejriwal says this has nothing to do with us, right? Now, Vaibhav Jain is a member of the Lala Sher Singh Jeevan Vigyan Trust, which had allegedly provided accommodation entries for the transfer of land from a company allegedly beneficially owned by Satyendar Jain to family members. So there is a link that is established. It's not out of thin air. Yes, Manish.
Yeah, Arnab, the first thing I would like to say that, there is a question of propriety. In politics and in public life, we have seen numerous examples of people who have had these kind of allegations against them. The first thing they have done is that they have resigned and they have proved themselves, correct, and then they have rejoined. We have seen several, people holding public life like that. So I don't know what stops Arvind Kejriwal from even sacking him, or Mr. Satyendar Jain himself resigning and coming out clean. So I think that is where my problem is. The second point I would like to say is that
that's a rightful question.
Prima facie,
so let me give you two cases here.
It
Rightful
seems,
question. In the case of
the
Manish,
allegation
if
seems to be
allow me
correct,
to answer you,
because it will not come just like that, right? Can I just complete?
So, Manish, allow me to answer you. Sir. The fact of the matter,
I've noticed
let Manish respond. Syed, this is a very complicated case, and so let's go into the facts here. Yeah.
Arnab,
let Manish complete. Let Manish complete. Syed, let Manish complete, please. I request you. Let him complete.
So what I was saying is that
okay.
Mr. Kejriwal has been a crybaby throughout his career. That is what I have noticed. And, whenever something of this sort comes, his first reaction is to defend his people. He has done earlier also, but we have seen that he has been proved wrong in many occasions. And there is a difference between being a chief minister and a protester. I think he should come out clean on this. I would agree with several of the panelists that he has a very clean image, but I think this situation is denting his clean image.
Yes.
And there are a lot of question marks on his decisions regarding Mr. Satyendar Jain.
Yeah, one point which comes up here, and I'm not making any personal comments, but I will say here, I want to go with the facts here. And last time Atishi was on the program, she didn't like the fact that I put the facts out, because eventually we don't want to have a superficial debate. We want to debate on facts. Lokesh and Sujata, you haven't come into the debate. Let me bring you in. I just want to bring in two people who have not debated so far. I'll come right to you after that. Now, question is.
Good evening, Arnab.
Good evening, Lokesh. You see, the ED suspects that the Vaibhav Jain linked trust had provided accommodation entries for the transfer of land from the company beneficially owned by Satyendar Jain to family members of accomplices with a purpose to alienate the property and frustrate the process of confiscation. So this is a very, it's a very roundabout way of trying to evade the law. And if this link is established, then really Mr. Kejriwal has nothing to fight for. Lokesh.
Okay, Arnab. If you allow me,
Lokesh, please. Lokesh and then Sujata. First Lokesh, then Sujata. Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to put forth my point of view that neither is the ED flawless and absolutely upfront in its performance of duty, nor is Aam Aadmi Party a non-corrupt political party. Now, BJP has been quite selective in unleashing ED and all the enforcement agencies after political party. And if I'm talking about Aam Aadmi Party, right from Vijay Singla, and now there is Satyendar Jain, and now the Arvind Kejriwal himself has given the prophecy that next is Sisodia to come, and further Kumar Vishwasi had already spoken about what forms of corruption scandals Kejriwal himself has indulged into in the time before. And we all know what has happened to Delhi. So it is we are just waiting for unleashing of scams after scams, but this does not give BJP a tag that it's a clean political party.
That's another question. That's another question. I'm not going into that. I'm saying here that was Satyendar Jain the beneficiary of 10 Benami companies? And how
Yes,
can
certainly.
and how can
Absolutely. I mean,
then what is Kejriwal? Why is if he's
you don't form shell companies, you don't become directors of the companies.
then what
Just to stop it. In fact, there are whenever audit reports are being signed, you also
Kejriwal
are co-signatory to it.
Yeah, but then Kejriwal,
So with respect to all
Kejriwal being a
you are very much involved in it.
but then my question is, and Sujata and Akhil can come in. See, Kejriwal being a politician should realize now that if the person who he is defending is, as per the Delhi 2019 court order, the beneficiary of 10 Benami companies, then what is Kejriwal fighting for? He's saying God is with us. God did not make Satyendar Jain the beneficiary of the Benami companies.
Okay, Arnab.
I don't know what he's arguing for here. Sujata first, then Akhil. This is getting complicated, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting complicated, viewers. This is getting complicated.
And I would respect the
Just a minute, Akhil. Let Sujata speak, please.
The fact is, 56 shell companies were formed.
Fine.
From 2010 to 2016. Okay.
Let Sujata speak after that.
Tax rejected that 16 crore 49 lakh belonged to Ankush and Weber Jain, and accepted that it belonged to Satyendar Jain himself. Division bench of Delhi High Court, the order number 20 on 21/8/2019, in its order confirmed that Satyendar Jain is involved in money laundering cases and Benami properties. 200 acres of land, Kerala, Okini, North and Northwest Delhi all were acquired by a shell company to legalize the juggies of that, which are surrounding that area. Satyendar Jain is also prime accused in prevention of the money laundering case by his own submission. And talking about the track record of Kejriwal, let me show how much imandar this Kattar imandar is. He is the Bema number one. To start, his politics started with saying that he takes on oath on the name of his children that he will never enter politics, never take the support of Congress party to enter politics.
No, the question being...
He denied...
No, Sujata, 1 minute. Akhil, just calm down a little bit. Akhil, please control yourself. Akhil, this is not the way to debate. You are losing control. You are losing control in the debate. That's not good.
It's not nice.
That's not done. Akhil.
90% of BJP.
It's dangerous.
90% of BJP leaders, ministers will go to jail.
It's dangerous for you. Not good for your health.
I am challenging.
Not good for your health.
I am challenging
telling you,
that 90% of BJP
denied that
will go into jail if you are conducting the real investigation.
That is NGO donation from Ford Foundation, which is involved in many of the anti-India activities.
No, those are all. Sujata, 1 minute. Let's not deviate. I'm not interested right now in knowing whether. No, 1 minute. Just a minute. Sujata, 1 minute. I started by saying, Sujata, that I want to be very focused. Whether or not Arvind Kejriwal or anyone close to him, a group otherwise took money or didn't from the Ford Foundation, and for what activities they took money allegedly or not, is not a matter of investigation on this debate. My limited point is, and DK, please come back on the debate. And let us understand.
Yeah.
DK and Sardar RP Singh, IT department records are saying, allegedly, that till 2006, all the 4 companies, you see there are 4 companies, all the 4 companies reportedly engaged in money laundering are controlled, or in a large part the shareholding is with Satyendar Jain's wife. Now that... Poonam Jain. And Poonam Jain allegedly is the majority stakeholder in Indometal Impex Private Limited. Indometal Impex Private Limited had allegedly transferred huge amounts of money to the bank account of Satyendar Jain. What is that proof? And Indometal Impex Private Limited, and truly I don't know what Mr. Kejriwal's political strategy will be on this. Indomatic Simpex Private Limited was under the radar for alleged laundering of 6.42 crores in FY 2010-2011 and 0.72 crore in FY 2011-2012. A company under the scanner for money laundering is transferring money to the bank account of Satyendar Jain. And you are saying God is with me? God didn't transfer the money.
This all Hawala racket. I mean, it's very clear. Arnab.
No, no.
Okay, both of you can't speak together.
If there was a court order.
Very simple. And then let's talk about, why don't they get the case quashed? If you are so truthful, why don't you make best of the lawyers like Mr. Chidambaram, probably, who himself is accused, make him stand to help you to get the case.
The question is, even if one were to say, even if one were to say, even if one were to say, okay, this gold is not mine, this cash is not mine, these gold bars are not mine, the gold coins are not mine, those crores of rupees are not mine. But the question is, did Paras Info Solutions, right, launder money of 1.8 crores in FY 11-12 and 0.69 crore in 15-16? Simple. Is there that, what happens is, Ramni, is there a clear decipherable financial trail which is there with signed entities?
Yeah.
कोई allegation वाली बात नहीं है.
The point is that money trail is clear, the beneficiary is clear. The probe needs to be in the direction
I suppose
how much more money,
why this gentleman was not booked then?
How much more money, how much more gold there is to be recovered? That's the question. It is absolutely clear whether it is Satyendar Jain, whether it is Vaibhav Jain, whether it is any other Jain here. Sir, DK Saab, the point is you need to admit that Arvind Kejriwal and his cabinet and the people involved are not the holy cows. You can't trust them. You can't trust them with their vote. You can't trust them with their money. The fact is they are money launderers. The fact again is, sir, this is ill-gotten money trying to be routed through different shell companies.
No.
The courts have in the past.
We be clear here. We be clear here. We'd be clear here.
Admitting it and correcting it.
DK, it's like a... DK, just one point. DK and Manish will debate. DK and Manish will debate. Next, we are going fast. DK and Manish will debate. Manish, can I just say one line here? I'm not saying Arvind Kejriwal is corrupt, but what is happening, that as the details are coming and the documents are going in the public domain, and the fact is that these are not allegations that say Manish Bariyar is taking money from Professor D.K. Giri. No, it's not like I've gone to your house, opened your bank locker, Manish Bariyar, and said the money in your bank locker actually belongs to D.K. Giri, or just pulled out a confession there. No. If there is an identifiable financial trail with signed entities on both sides, then the situation becomes different in court. If there isn't, then the court will dismiss it. You can't just make allegations and get away in court. You can make allegations, and the fact is, did the Kolkata-based, did the shell companies receive entries worth 5 crores from Kolkata-based companies? In these companies, did Satyendar Jain have any interest, financial interest?
Yes. Now, my limited point, Arnab, is these things will be decided by the court.
Yes.
But, this lady was, this lady in the panel was quoting a 2019 court order.
Yes.
If there is an adverse order against him, why did BJP government not take it up?
I'll let Manish respond.
For last 3 years. 2019
I don't think, Mr. DK, that is not a justification.
No, wait.
See, that's not a justification for not doing any action right now.
There is a court
order.
I
think that's a very weak argument, Mr. DK. That's a weak argument.
You are talking about the allegations.
No. In fact, there are two issues which are very important.
You might say that.
And you must look at the two issues.
Now you suddenly wake up.
The first issue is that, is Mr. Jain personally corrupt or not? That is very important. If he is personally corrupt, then in that case he should resign.
We are not a court here.
And the second question, which is a larger question, is that,
forget about
that just a minute,
DK.
for Aam Aadmi Party.
Nobody
I think
resigns
this is
these
what
days.
the country is
There is an
interested in.
international storm now.
You know,
Who
the
is
country
resigning?
is
There is an
interested
international storm
is
because
the
of a
money.
spokesman of
I
the
have
government.
a- I have a- I have a-
Anybody resigning?
Or is
No,
it for
no,
the
no.
party?
I have a. Can I?
If
Can
it
I?
is for the party,
Yeah.
it's an even bigger sin.
Yeah, I can put the response to
It's a
that
bigger
differently.
sin. So
Manish.
I think this is also the country
No,
is
Manish.
watching on this.
No, Manish, I would respond to that question slightly differently, though you put a good point. DK,
You are giving a moral commentary.
DK, see, DK, I am going very on the facts here. You are saying why was no action taken in 2018, right? Now I'll tell you something.
19,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now I'll tell you something. In 2018, the CBI filed a charge sheet. And the charge sheet was filed against Satyendar Jain. And in that, the allegation was, and Sardar RP Singh can verify this, the allegation was that Satyendar Jain has assets worth over 217% more than his known sources of income. And the CBI also charged his wife Poonam Jain. So my point is, you are saying why no action was taken in 2018? Action was taken in 2018. But there is no law to say that should be the first and last action.
2019
I'm talking about 2018. After that, the 2019 court order came. No, but what was...
2018, 2019,
yes.
the CBI has filed charge sheets. Courts will decide on it. And court had given
Say the boss.
also. Give me a second, sir. Give me a second. And yes, court, there's a court order on that account. But the bigger issue is, the man is still not answering. And I'll give a challenge to everyone on this panel. Who will tell that where did the 16
after you finish,
some
kindly
crore
allow me,
rupees came
sir.
from? The cash.
Sir, the simple point I
आपका
make
पैसा
here
था
is
अब्बास साहब वो आपसे
the
ले गए थे नकद वो नकदी आपसे ले गए थे जो उन्होंने कोलकाता की कंपनी को
Sir,
दिया क्या
I
वो आपका
challenge you
पैसा बोल
today
दीजिए
on Republic
मेरा पैसा
TV
था
to show me one conviction order from the court, from the CBI,
It's immediate, what is the
ED,
conviction
against
order?
Satyendar Jain.
Sayyid साहब मुझे
Sir,
इतना
you
बता
are
दीजिए
using
बात साहब
the
वो
machinery.
16 करोड़
You
रुपए
are
आपका
using the
था क्या
cage
नकदी
pirates of
वो आपने
CBI,
दिया था
ED,
वो आपके
which has
यहाँ से
become
आया
a
था क्या
dirty tricks
या
department
केजरीवाल
of the
साहब के यहाँ से आया था
BJP
या
to
किसके
clear
यहाँ
the
से वो
opposition
16 करोड़
down.
रुपए नकदी आया
Sir,
वो
I give
मंत्री
you an
होते
open
हुए
challenge
कैसे
today.
आया
Give
वो
me the
कैसे गया
conviction
उन
rate of the
कंपनियों में
BJP,
उसकी जानकारी
CBI,
दीजिए आप
ED,
conviction rate
over the
छोड़
last
दीजिए
8
सर
years.
जो पूछे
And why,
उसका जवाब दीजिए
sir,
ना
when Himanta
जो
Biswa
पूछे उसका
Sarma
जवाब
joins your
दीजिए
party, Hardik Patel joins your party, Mukul Roy joins your party, you get a clean sweep. Why, sir, is your party a washing machine? Then nothing happens to you.
No,
What happened to the
cases were still on. Well,
Okay, tell me,
party
sir,
cases were still
why do
on.
you use
The cases were still
CBI
on.
only against the opposition?
And is Mr.
What about the
Kejriwal,
auditors?
is Mr.
Why the
Kejriwal a
very-
judge?
Sir,
Akil on the right with RP. Akil.
Tell Mr. Kejriwal to show that document which is seen. He said, I've seen the document. And Mr. Satyendar Jain is
Yes.
free. Let him make
Arnab.
those document public. What document he has seen? वो बोलते मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट देखे
Shall I tell Arnab now?
वो बिल्कुल अच्छे इंसाफ है
Arnab.
कृपा कर उनको बोलिए वो कागज दुनिया के सामने लाए
Shall I tell
बताएं
now?
कौन से कागज देखे हैं?
Shall I
Let
speak
them
now?
make the
For sure, for
document
sure.
public.
I tell you, my friend, listen. Now, my friend, listen. You are not the director of ED. And what ED said?
Sir,
ED
Mr.
said there is
Kejriwal
no
is not
case,
a-
there is no
Neither is
complaint,
Mr.
there is no
Kejriwal.
FIR
Neither is
against
Mr.
Satyendar Jain.
Kejriwal,
And
the
court has
director of
said,
ED.
then
Neither
why
is
you
the
have
judge.
come here against him? You see, there was no case, no FIR, nothing against Satyendar Jain. And CBI has also, whatever had done 5 years back, now they have given him no allegation, no conviction.
Well,
nothing,
I think
no court case
I think
against
you're
Satyendar
totally
for
wrong.
5 years.
I think you're totally wrong. I think you're totally wrong. But I have to move on to my next debate, ladies and gentlemen. I'm of the clear view. I'm of the clear view that perhaps in this specific case, Arvind Kejriwal is either going by the wrong advice or is advising himself wrong. And ladies and gentlemen, finally.